Chapter 16 Birds, Nest and Nestling. We will learn different kinds of nest, taking care of nestlings. There are different kinds of birds having different types of swelling habits. A nest is the home of a bird. Most birds build their nest to lay eggs and to keep their babies safe from enemies and weather. Birds choose safe place to build their nest. Birds generally use grass, twigs, rags, feathers, cotton, wool, bits of paper, woods, hair, cloth, etc. to build their nest. For building nests, they carry these materials in their beaks. Different kinds of nest. Different birds make different kinds of nest. A weaver bird weaves its nest from fine stripes of leaves and grass. The nest hangs down the branch of a tree. The open end is towards the ground. The bird goes in and comes out through a tunnel-like opening at the bottom of the nest. Inside the nest there is a bend which prevents the eggs to fall down. A tailor bird stitches leaves together with wool, string or thread from a spider's web. It uses its sharp beak like a needle. Sparrows and pigeons make their nest on branches of trees or in windows and ventilators of houses and buildings or in some other safe places. Eagles and vultures build their nest on high branches. They build their nest using twigs and sticks. It looks untidy. A woodpecker makes its nest in the tree trunk. It pecks a hole in the trunk with its sharp and hard beak. The hollow space is lined with chips of wood to make it cozy and warm. A bulbul makes its nest in hedges and bushes. It uses dry grass to build its nest. Its nest looks like a deep cup. The eggs and young birds do not fall out of this type of nest. An owl builds its nest in the hollow of a tree. It lines its nest with grass and feathers. Fact file. The quail, cuckoo, is a lazy bird. It does not build its nest. It lays its eggs in a crow's nest. A kingfisher burrows a hole in the bank of the river. This hole is its nest. It lays its eggs in this nest. The partridge builds its nest in a shallow hole in the ground. This is surrounded by tall grass. It makes its nest cozy by lining the hole with grass and leaves. Penguins do not work hard to build their nest. They collect a few pebbles and make their nest on the ground. Taking care of nestlings. After the nest got ready, the mother bird lays eggs in it. Once the eggs are laid, they have to be kept warm. Mostly, mother bird sits on the eggs to keep them warm. The father bird protects the nest from enemies and also brings food for the mother bird. A baby bird keeps growing inside the egg. At this time, it feeds on the yolk of the egg. When the baby bird grows enough, it breaks the egg shell, opens and comes out. Baby birds are very weak. Their eyes are closed and they have only down feathers. The mother and father birds look after the young birds. They feed and keep them warm. They protect them from enemies. When the baby birds grow up and have feathers, the parent birds teach them how to fly and find food for themselves. Now the bird family does not need the nest anymore. It leaves the nest and flies away. Keyword: weave, a particular manner in which something is woven. Hedge, a fence or boundary formed by closely growing bushes or shrubs. Points to recall. A nest is the home of a bird. Birds lay their eggs and care for nestlings in the nest. Different birds make different kinds of nest. The quail lays its eggs in a crow's nest. The father and mother birds look after their nestlings.